Yo, what's up, everybody? Today is the 24th January 2019, and thanks for watching. My name's Ronan. I'm a professional trader. I do this for a living, and I wanted to shoot this quick video, give you some market updates on where we're at with my VIP group, what's going on, what I see in the market. And this week, you know, we've been killing it. I'm not just saying that. Like these trades have been excellent, on point. You know, today's Thursday, and you know, we're at about like a 90% success rate on the trades, which is pretty incredible. And it's not like it's a 1 week thing. You know, I've been doing this for a while, and you know, consistently 70%, 80%, 90%. Never had a losing week, and all that stuff is just you know, it is what it is, man. I've been doing this for a while, and thanks for watching. You know, and I have a training program where I laid out the same strategies that I use consistently over and over and over again. And I've really made it my goal to simplify things and create an awesome trading community around that. So if you're interested in that, click the links below. You know, there's a bunch of BS out there, a bunch of people that are just like, I don't know what to say, pretending to be something they're not on Instagram, and it's bullshit. And I saw that, and when I started, and this is about 5 years ago, and you know, I wanted to learn how to trade, and I started following these people, and then realized that they were just, you know, scammers and fakes and pretending to be something they're not. And you know, it's ridiculous. So I was like, man, when I learned to do this, I'm going to create something awesome, and I'm going to kind of change the game, and that's what we're really trying to do. So I do this for real, and I love it. I enjoy it. We have an awesome vibe in our group. And that being said, so I'm going to go over some of the trades here, but my iPad just rebooted here, right? So I like to trade on my iPad. I use TradingView every now and then, but it's super simple on the iPad. So that's what I really like to use, and I screen mirror it so you guys can see it. But the thing is, it just updated, right? So all my charts have been erased, which sucks. And so then that gave me an idea. How about we just look at EURUSD, GBPUSD, have a look at oil, have a look at USDJPY. These are some of my favorite pairs to trade. Not so much EURUSD, but hey, it's in a good spot right now. And so I can show you how I like to set these charts up from square one, so you can see that, you know, this is how simple you can make charting and make it make sense. And hopefully for the people that are in my VIP group that watch this, you know, you can we will go over some of the trades that we're in right now too. So, and if you're not in it, you should be in it for real. I mean, for real. And so let's get started. I'm gonna mirror my screen here for you all. Here we go. And so yeah, I'll break it down from the very start here. Let me share my screen. So you can see I do have TradingView pulled up in the back here, and this is the advantage of TradingView. I mean, I've had this chart on here forever. TradingView doesn't do that. And actually, just looking at EURUSD here, look, this isn't in the plan for the video, but we can see we had a big retest, a break here. This was Draghi. Draghi spoke today. European Central Banks is leaving rates unchanged, which everybody knew they would. So the question is, what now, right? This could be good for a quick little scalp here. So when I'm scalping, I go from a 4 hour to 3 hour to 2 hour chart, and then back and forth to 1 hour to 15 minutes. And it's at 113.60. This could, I think I already put a sell in at 1.1370 with a take profit at 1.1360. And what I did was I waited for it to hit the top side of this trend line. You can see this big wick down. And Let me see if I can pull it up on this chart. Let's see, 3. Okay. Yeah, so this was a good trade here. I'm going to try to. There we go. You can see this is a large managed account that I do work on with a partner of mine, and this was a good trade. So you can see I entered in. And just like I drew on that trading views chart. Now my charts don't look like this. Like I said, it just got erased. But you know, we hit this quick scalp for one at entry 1.1365, take profit 1.1360. Quick 5 pips with a huge lot size. This is a large account too. It's a 2,700 quick 2,700 bucks. So this shit is possible, and that once you start to acquire these skills and you have enough to leverage them, this is totally possible for anybody. Hold on 1 second, I'm getting a phone call. I'm going to pause this. All right, I'm back. So how I like to set this up, let's just start from square one. If I'm looking down, I'm looking at my iPad, just so you all know. First of all, we got to get this color scheme switched up. You know, it's not really my vibe. And I prefer whatever makes sense to you in your iframe. You know what? I go trade, levels on, ask price line, and the volumes. I'm not really much of a volume trader, but let's get these colors changed. Settings, colors, color scheme, red. Whoa, that's not it. Go. I like a little more neon green myself. There we go. Bear candle looks, let's go a little darker, be a little more bold here. And I like to do the bars. Bar up, black, black, down, black. Burger Up. Appointment today at a restaurant called Burger Up. For anybody that's curious what that means. All right. And so this is my color setup. We'll go a little bit lighter on the red. Not that light. There we go. So if anybody's wanting to match their charts up with mine, there you go. Now let's go indicators. And so I've used every indicator in my training. I go over a bunch of them that I use: moving averages, Bollinger Bands, commodity channel index. These days I'll just settle on the RSI, and I'm just more into the price action, because being able to read this is going to get you so much further than relying on all these crazy indicators. It's, you know, some people have them going everywhere, and you can see I'm just like talking while I'm doing this. So we'll get into the charting. I'm getting ahead of myself, but there we go. So we're in a nice little zone here. Okay, back to the indicators, main windows. So it doesn't look that great and work that well on the MetaTrader 4 desktop platform, but I like fractals on iPad, man. They're small, they're great, and it's like connect the dots, and it works really, really, really well. Then I go RSI, Relative Strength Index. These are my settings in the RSI. Go ahead and pause it if you want. Okay, and there it is. That's what I like to set mine on, and boom, right? So, and the reason I do that, one, this is super bold, so I can see divergence as well. And then we have the 70 and we have the 30 line, right? So if we hit above 70 on, say, a daily chart, this is a big deal, right? Now, if we hit in the 80, I don't even see it in here for a while. That is big time reversal territory. And it just makes it easier. So right here, boom. Now, this is a good example on pound dollar. You can see, you can also see we're in a buy right now. I don't know why that stop loss is so low, but I think I entered it in wrong. It happens. So look at this. So this huge reversal that happened last year, and this is just a monster double top. And this is something I teach in my training. So we're looking for M's, we're looking for W's. I'm a big reversal trader. I trade off reversals and movement, bigger flows in the market. And this is an M. And just to add to that, look where this lines up to, right? So we hit the 80 on this daily RSI here. And then, now this is one of my favorites, divergent here, right? So price was going up. Price was going up on the price action. RSI divergence down, okay? And so signifying a big reversal. Now, if we're looking at a divergence like this on a daily time frame, on a weekly time frame, on a monthly time frame, I can show you. I predicted in July. I need to shoot a video on this. The S&P crash by reading divergences on a monthly RSI, and you can do right. So I'd love to teach you how to do this, man. And so boom, look at this from there to here. Sorry, my dog's barking. 1.25 to 1.45, 2,500 pips. So if you have the patience to hold it from February to November and bank 2,500 pips, I mean, that's like your whole year. Most people, depend on what your trade size is, but you held that and didn't get just completely destroyed by swap and commission fees by your broker, then man, you're going to make more than most people make a yearly salary. That's for damn sure. So that being said, let's take a look at GBPUSD. And I would like you to go back in time if you really want to look at this. And I do a video on EURUSD reversal, GBPUSD reversal, and oil reversal, all in the same pattern. And look, we have a very ugly inverted head and shoulders going on here. Boop. Oh, that wasn't that good. It can't be that simple, but sometimes it is. Head, shoulder, shoulder. This is where we're going. And, you know, to get the targets here, now we're cooking, right? So we got Fibonacci's, we have our targets here. Long-term target The 61.8, the 38.2, we're almost at 1.3180, right? We got so close to hitting this and got rejected. So we are in all-out reversal territory. And so when I shot this video, we were looking at just this side. This was gone. We're looking at just this. Now, if you can start to read these charts from left to right instead of right to left, and then you can visualize and see what's happening or what's you think is going to happen. Right? Something like that. Right to this 50% retracement level seems very possible. And with the momentum, depending on what happens with Brexit here, probably nothing. And so what I like to do is I zone out my trades. You can see we have a buy here. This is a buy, this green line. Our entry's at 1.3025. And we're getting a little pullback here. This is just a small little scalp trade. What I'm really waiting for, and like I said, I'm trading multiple accounts, all different sizes. But what's most important is that you're using solid risk management so you stay in the game. So, you know, we get knocked out here at break even. Great. We've already banked 20 pips, already made some profits. 1.30 retest would be awesome because that just confirms that it's just a more opportunity to buy the dip. BTFGD, buy the freaking dip. So when you have a bullish move like this, I'm a big seller, but when you have a bullish move like this, we're wanting to buy dips and sell rallies. Man, this information I'm giving away is ridiculous. Just saying. It's way more in depth than my training, trust me. But I hope this is providing some value. And so we break higher here. You can just lose this little example. And we're already doing it. We're already breaking higher. GBPUSD is super bullish. If you want just a good game plan, start buying pounds on dips. Buying pounds on dips. Buying pounds on dips. There you go. So let's take a look at EURUSD. I started to do it. Huge head and shoulders pattern right here. Now, you know, it's kind of pointless to mark off some of these, but I will because it's in the past. But this could provide a longer term target for us. And now here we are. We have our zones. And this type of zone trading really, man, it's huge. And you can see what we are in is just a huge range now. Let's bring it down a notch. Another one of my strategies is fanning trend lines here. That's what I like to call them. So we're in this channel here, and let's put on our fibs. Now, when we set it up like that, I mean, just seeing how this matches up, it's just crazy. It's perfect. It's beautiful. But, you know, the risk to reward factor is super good right here, in my opinion. We have this trend line. It's holding up, and we've already kind of broken out of this little move, right? So we have our trend lines. Now we just we're working out what's going on here, sorry. And Euro's trying to find some buyers, but the risk to the downside, in my opinion, is very low. And the possibility of a move higher to this 1.15 level is very, very, very probable. And it's where I'm putting my money, and it's what I'm betting on is a rally soon enough in Euro USD. US dollar JPY. Have a bunch of positions going on here. Obviously, I'm selling it. And, you know, what I do not recommend, especially for beginner traders, is having multiple and stacking trades and then placing stop losses on those, because if you get knocked out, it's like, you know, triple the damage, quadruple the damage, whatever. So don't do that. What you need to do is have one, maybe two trades and be closing partial profits along the way, moving your stop loss as you go. And so here we go for anybody that's curious why I sent the signal. And this probably looks super familiar to our setup on, for the people that were in there, Australian dollar, Japanese yen. And we are in an X marks the spot. One of my favorite trades. I started calling it that. I'm just trying to get this trend line just right, and the way it's going when I zoom in and zoom out makes it pretty tough. But you can see big triangle going on here, just kind of ranging on the way up, and this would make for a beautiful reversal down if we get some risk off action and a drop in the S&P 500. Now, these are the correlations that I look for between the United States equity market and FX, safe haven currencies, specifically Japanese yen. One of my huge, big strategies. And when you can really start to see this correlation here, you can become a lot more accurate when it comes to predicting the market. Almost to the point where people are like, damn, how are you doing that? But I'm just looking at different correlations as they go. So here we are on oil, huge breakdown there. And I'm putting this trend line here. You may think, why? I mean, that already happened a long time ago. Now we have another target. We have another target. This is huge recovery here. But I think we're running out of gas for now. But not long term, okay? So and it seems like we're really struggling to break this 55 here. Now, once we break 55, it's going to be super bullish for oil, and then that's going to open up for this upside to come into this trend line to come into play. But in the meantime, that's not happening, and you can see we have a trend line break here. It's not even exactly a trend line break. It's really struggling. And the risk to the downside is very big. So I think we're going to get a hit here, you know, into this to retest this 50.50 level, $50.50. And then we may find some buyers around there. I love trading oil. It's one of my favorites. And I've been going on this move for a while. Now I'm on a weekly chart. I'll show you why. And what I'm doing is looking for confluences here where these Fibonacci levels might meet up. And we can see we have one here with this 50% retracement and this 38% retracement. Now let's have a look. 58. And that's a big target right there. You can see this 23.6 came into play big time. And this is where we stopped out at 45. Now we're getting crazy. Now, what are the confluences here? This is what I'm looking at. So you can see there's one here as well in this area, which is our downside target, about 50-50. And we have another one about right here, which is that 55-50 level. So now we have our targets. So why I'm doing all this stuff, and you know, I'm not going to leave all these Fibonacci charts on here because it's so confusing, but now I have an idea of where our big time support and resistance, supply and demand zones are. And I directly correlate those with these Fibonacci retracement levels. Now, if this is starting to get weird and crazy and you're like, dude, okay, now your chart just doesn't make any sense, let's tone it down a notch and draw another trend line. Now this looks familiar, huh? You know, I didn't even plan this out because you saw I just started from scratch with this chart, but look at this. Beautiful X marks the spot here. And looking at this, I'm actually going to sell some oil here on my personal account and on my managed account. US dollar is getting some strength. Dollar peso is testing 19. That actually looks like a good trade. And we're seeing some big volatility in the markets right now. Okay, so this is what my day looks like, and it's 10:20 now. $10:20, and I'm about to go to the gym just for we'll throw in a sell there, see how it looks actually. So I'm working on linking all my accounts on the different accounts that I manage, and so I don't have to go back and forth here. Because it just takes up a lot of time. I don't get the entries I like. So that's going to be happening soon to the people that watch this that are on my MAM and managed accounts, people that watch this too, that are wondering about that, yes, I do that. Shoot me a message on Telegram for the fastest response, Ronan4X, at Ronan4X. And with that, you know, I think I'm going to head off here, go to the gym. We covered EURUSD, GBPUSD, oil, and USDJPY. And now you can see how I like to set up my charts. And if you want to learn how to do this for real, you know, it's one thing to buy my signals and you know, my trade setups and get market updates that way. But, you know, give a man or a woman a fish and he or she eats for a day, but teach them how to fish and they can eat for life. And I'm just so grateful somebody taught me how to fish in this market thing that we got going on here. That we're really so blessed to have. And, you know, it's not going around. Facebook ads aren't going to be around forever. E-commerce, you know, Amazon's huge, but it's not going to be around forever. And there's a ton of competition out there. There's a ton of competition in this, but that's what keeps it alive. That's what keeps it going. And it's not going anywhere. And learning this is a skill nobody can take away from you. My battery's dying. So with that, thanks for watching. And I will see you in the VIP chat rooms. Click the links below. Give me a holler on Telegram. All right, everybody. Peace.